Hi, my name is Tanner, and I am a senior undergrad student in chemical engineering. I grew up in a small town out west called Grand Junction and went to school in Palisade. Growing up, for me, college was always something that I was sort of expected to do. It was something my parents definitely ingrained on me. Um, my dad actually was a first generation college student, so he really raised me with this idea of, with a strong work ethic, anything is really possible. And also the idea of just seizing opportunity where you find it. So those are things that I've really tried to use in my life, and I think they've, gotten me where I am now, which I'm really grateful for. Um, so as far as choosing a college, for me, the big thing was choosing something that had the program that I was looking for and had the resources to really benefit that program. I also was looking for a place where I could feel comfortable and really feel like I could be myself. And I've really found that in CU. And a big part of that is just finding the community that you want to be associated with and the kind of people that you can just be yourself around. So my advice is just to keep those factors in mind while you're doing your college search. As far as choosing the career path that I'm in now, um, one thing that I spend a lot of time doing is just really reflecting on the problems that I see in around me, and whether I'm really passionate about fixing them or and one of the things for me was just like our environment and our planet. So I really wanted to be a part of the solution to resolving some of our problems with the how we treat our environment. So I think keeping in mind problems you see around you, things that you're passionate about, is a really good guide to choosing what kind of career you want to be involved with.
Hello, everyone. My name is Fabiola. I am 23 years old. I graduated from DCIS in 2015, but I did not start at DCIS. I actually went to CPA, Collegiate Prep Academy, which was right next to DCIS in the Montbello campus. And I was not there for too long due to unstable principals and just teachers leaving, and it was just not a stable environment for us students. So I decided to join my cousins at DCIS, and they loved it there. There was just so much like vibrant colors in that part of the section as well. You would just see posters and of just traveling, and I thought it was a good experience to just move to DCIS and actually learn. So during my time at DCIS, everyone was super nice, super helpful, and I did notice that there was a lot of Spanish-speaking students, which was really nice because I could sit next to them in class and help them, and it was just a good experience to also practice my Spanish in the classes. And what I really liked about DCIS is that you were eligible to travel anywhere in the world. Well, there was like France and like Spain, I think, during that time. So I was able to take 2 years of French, and I was able to stay with the host family in France, and that was really fun. So then senior year arrives, and all the teachers are talking about colleges and applications, and everything just seems so stressful because you've never heard of that before. Or as of me, I'm a first generation student, so my parents did not attend college, but through my sister, she was able to show me what college was and talk to me more about it, as she was the first one in our family to attend CU Boulder. So I was able to visit my sister a lot of times on campus, and I really enjoyed CU Boulder, the Flatirons, which are beautiful, the mountains, and just being able to see the beautiful environment and everything here. And I decided to apply to CU Boulder, but I was like, but what do I want to do? That was my next question. I was like, what do I want to do? I had a good GPA, and there's different departments and schools that you could join at CU Boulder. So there's like the law school, psychology, business, architecture, like art. So I was like, you know what? I heard that the Lead School of Business is competitive, and that not a lot of people get into that. So there I was, I'm like, let me try business. Let me just do it. And I apply, and sometimes you get in, sometimes you don't. And I was lucky enough to get into the business school. So please don't be discouraged to apply to any university. You will stand out from everyone and they will want you there. My parents were really supportive of my sister and I. They helped us pay our college and they were living check by check, so it got tough at times, but they never discouraged us, and they, trusted us in what we were doing. And I hope that you sit down and talk to your parents. As first generation student, our parents do not know what the experience is or what you're studying or how the classes are. So it's really important to sit down and explain that to them. And, also scholarships helped a lot. It really did cut a lot of my payments down, so hopefully you are all looking for scholarships, because there's always one that's going to fit you. And also apply for FAFSA, which is super important. All in all, I am super excited to work with you all, and I hope my information is relevant and helpful to all of you. And I will be here to answer more questions and to help all of you out. So I'm super excited y nos vemos muy pronto. Adiós.
Hey guys, I'm Felix and I'm a senior at CU Boulder studying chemical engineering. I love basketball and anything food related. Recently, I discovered a Vietnamese restaurant on Federal in Alameda called New Saigon, and it's got like the best sandwiches and iced coffees if y'all ever want to give that a try. I'm not a first generation college student, but I am a first generation American, with my parents originally being from Vietnam. My mom graduated from college, but my dad ended up dropping out because he fell into the trap of always drinking and partying instead of studying. So at a young age, my parents not only taught me the benefits of graduating from college, but also how limited you can be later on in life without a degree. So for high school, I choiced into Legacy High in Broomfield, meaning that I basically had to apply in middle school to get in. I was interested in Legacy's pre-engineering program that my home school, North Glen, didn't provide. It was here where I really started to think about college, because I always wanted to be an architect. But it wasn't until high school in this program that I learned that architects actually need to know how to draw, which I can't. So I instead shifted my focus to chemical engineering, because I thoroughly enjoyed my chemistry classes, because I was always interested in stuff and what stuff is made out of, and the exact science as to why stuff behaves the way that it does, and how you can use these chemical properties of stuff to make it do things that you never thought were possible. And I was always kind of a nerd in high school, so I was never worried about the academic opportunities in college, because I already knew that I'd get access to laboratories and the chance to take super specialized classes like combustion chemistry and polymer science. But I think the one thing that I didn't know that I needed was a new home culturally. I'm not sure if you guys know this, but Legacy is a really white school, and CU Boulder is a really white university. Growing up, I never saw it as a problem, because I grew up with a lot of white kids. And by the time I got to high school, I could practically blend in with the crowd. When I got to college and I started getting involved with all these cultural clubs, I realized that I wasn't alone in all of my interests and struggles that I tried to phase out when I was growing up. I think this was when I really started to grow as a student and as a person, because I was rediscovering my own culture, and I was finally proud to be Asian. I was already in an environment with a lot of academic stress, so finding this new crew that could culturally relate to me made me feel at home and put me at ease. In terms of opening doors at college, I'm currently working on a project where my team and I are designing an entire flower processing plant in the Caribbean, where we actually get the chance to talk with engineering companies and local government officials to get this project done. And they have the opportunity to give us full-time positions after we graduate. I've also met some people within the Asian student community who've graduated And then they come back to these culture clubs to give those students first looks at internships and job openings. And so college might seem daunting at first, but it honestly just boils down to what you guys make of it. It's going to be challenging, but it's the only place where you actually get to choose what you want to learn and where you'll actually enjoy learning. And grades aren't the most important thing in college. Like, I felt like I learned the most problem solving skills and met most of my peers in my thermodynamics class. And I ended up getting a C. But the bottom line is that college is important for, like, you know, the typical reasons, like getting a diploma and getting a job. But the friendships that I've made and the amount that I've matured and gotten to learn about myself truly make the experience worth it.
Hello, my name is Marlene Palomar. I am currently a PhD student at CU Boulder. I'm getting my PhD in education, and I'm working on this really cool project called Lyropeutics, where we use hip-hop education and narratives to talk about wellness. So that is what I'm currently working on. I graduated from Montbello High School in 2012. It's been a long time. And I believe that what opened the door for me to go to college, and also like why I decided to be following this path into a PhD was just like my love for my community and just seeing how there was such a lack of resources, and wanting to be at the forefront of making these changes. So that's why I decided to pursue a PhD, because I wanted to be part of those changes. But now that I am at a PhD, I do want to talk about how grades definitely do not define you as a future student, but your dedication to the future does. So I'm a first generation college student, so I had no idea how college worked. I was so confused. My first 2 years, I didn't know a lot. So I had a lot of mentors, a lot of professors that were BIPOC professors who looked like the people in my community that I went to, and I trusted, and they were amazing, and they helped motivate me and guide me. So graduating from my undergrad, I had a 2.7 or 2.8. It was really bad since it was very cumulative. And so I was discouraged to not pursue a master's. And because of the support and my drive and my dedication for change, I was able to talk to some of the faculty of color, and they were like, no, you got this, you can do it. And so here I am now. I finished my master's, I'm getting my PhD, and I just want you all to know that it can be done. And even if your grades aren't looking so well right now, like, just having that dedication to your future is really important, and believing in yourself and knowing that you have a community and you'll have people who believe in you. So I think that's just really important to highlight, that we might not understand and not get the grades that we want, but it is really important to believe in yourself and understand that you have a whole community here believing in you, and that is definitely what has been driving me. So yeah. Hola, mi nombre es Marlene Palomar. Soy una estudiante de doctorado en CU Boulder. Estoy agarrando mi doctorado en educación. Yo me gradué de Montbello High School en el 2012, eso hace mucho tiempo. Yo primero consideré ir al colegio cuando estaba en el 7th grade. Fuimos a un paseo a CU Boulder y me gustó mucho, estaba muy bonito y decidí que ahí quería ir. So me puse a llenar las aplicaciones y y yo no sabía cómo llenar las aplicaciones, pero había personas en Montbello High School que me estaban ayudando a escribir, a saber qué se necesitaba. Y ya cuando llegué al colegio decidí estudiar psicología. So, estudié psicología y yo no sabía nada del colegio, like, no sabía que eran cosas como office hours, que son horas que los profesores tienen para que vayas tú a preguntarles preguntas si no entiendes la tarea o algo. Yo no sabía qué era. So, estaba muy confundida los primeros 2 años, pero había profesores que eran profesores de color que se miraban como mis maestros de Montbello o la comunidad de Montbello. Unos también hablaban español y ellos me ayudaron mucho, me ayudaron a saber que tengo mucho strength y que si quiero hacer algo lo puedo lograr. Mis grados no eran muy buenos cuando acabé el colegio y no sabía qué hacer, pero tengo mucho amor a la comunidad y quería ayudar y quería seguir estudiando. So me puse a hacer lo que tenía que hacer o ver qué tenía que hacer y tenía mucha dedicación. So eso me ayudó mucho también en seguir a mi maestría, donde agarré una maestría en terapia porque miré que no había muchos recursos para la comunidad de Montbello y yo quería ayudar a ser una de las personas que puedan estar ahí para mi comunidad. Y so, cuando decidí agarrar mi doctorado, lo quise hacer porque miré que no había muchos recursos también en educación y yo pienso que es muy importante tener esos recursos. So, quería decirles que ustedes pueden, su comunidad está con ustedes y eso es lo que me ayudó mucho a mí a seguir estudiando y a seguir donde estoy y todavía voy a Montbello porque ya viven mis papás, voy a Montbello y me encanta ver lo que está pasando con la comunidad y saber cómo ayudar, pero sí se puede.